Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Julie. If you are a continued supporter, thank you very much. If you're new here, welcome. I will be planning an adventure for you today. You will have to stay tuned to see what it is. Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be finishing up my turtle, my crocheted turtle. And I have previously made the front legs. I will be putting those on the body, onto the shell, and I also have to crochet the head. Hopefully I will get that done for you today, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is where I left off last week. I got the turtle's back legs and his tail put on. So his back end's all done, so I have to work on the front with the two legs, which I have up here. I have to stuff them and I have to sew them on. And then I have to make the head and put it on, I don't know, somewhere up in here. So I'll get working on that. Okay, so I will put him up here, get my stuffing, which is actually called polyfill. I use this because it's supposed to be machine washable and it's not supposed to shrink up or anything. So I'm going to fill the front legs just as I did the back legs. And like I stated previously on last week's video, there's a sweet spot between underfilling and also overfilling. So you kind of just, guess, make it feel like how you think it should feel. Most of us know what, a stuffed animal feels like when you cuddle with it, or like this, you want it to basically hold up the body, so you don't want it to be too small. I'm just going to do both of these here while I'm got my bag out and open. So the tail, should have showed you before I stuffed it. The other tail is on the inside of these. So it's just tucked in. You don't have to weave those ends in at all because they're hidden on the inside of these legs. So you don't see them at all. Sorry if my chair's squeaking. It's an office chair. So it makes noises every once in a while when I move around. But I think they're about equal. So I will get my yarn needle threaded with my yarn here. I'm actually going to move this poly bag. I know you guys can't see it. It's off camera here, off to the side. So I'll get out, move this one over, get out my body here, and kind of figure out, like, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at like 4-corner type placement. So get it somewhat diagonally across from this one and, squared up here, and just start sewing. Like I stated in last week's video, you just kind of put it where you want it and start sewing. There's no really, none of the instructions that I've ever found have actually told you, count this many rows down and this many stitches over and that type of thing. So, you basically just put it where you think it looks good. So I'm actually going to stitch one more here, and then I'm going to make sure that this is good. Okay. I think it looks all right here. So I'm gonna stop it here, and I'm gonna actually walk over to the camera and make sure that this looks good for you guys. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can tell, I moved the camera, which is actually my tablet, but it has a really good camera on it. So I will stitch a few more of these for you, just so you get a little bit of an idea what I'm doing. I'm just going underneath a couple of the stitches on the body, and then I'm inserting my needle into the top of the single crochets around the top of the leg. So that's all I'm doing. You know, you try to hold it in place, but of course they move on you, so you usually have to readjust it every single stitch. So that's why this part of doing these little animals, it takes some time, because you want, you know, you want them in the right place to begin with, but you don't want it to look funny. So you just keep repositioning, you know, and then you can test it if it feels, you know, like not enough stuffing inside. You can add some at this point still because it's not completely closed up. But I think I might actually put a little more stuffing in here just to be on the safe side, because it's got to hold the weight of the head up here in the front of the body. So I'll do that. I'll grab a little bit more stuffing here, just a little bit, and kind of tuck it in. Make sure it's not sticking out anywhere. And I'll continue to sew. You know, after you do a few of these, you kind of get a feel for it. It's still, like, as you can tell, I'm still having problems. So a lot of times I will hold it against my body, you know, my actual body, and hold it tight to my body and sew it that way, because then it doesn't have such a chance to move, because this table is very slippery. So that's probably what I'll do here. But as you can see, I got most of it, like maybe, well, more than halfway anyway, sewn across. So I will stop it right here, and I will sew the rest of the leg onto the front here, and I will probably do the second one off camera as well, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so here is my turtle. Here's the back end, and here's the front end. And this is what I meant, like the four corners thing. But I ended up getting the two front legs closer together than the back legs. But I knew the tail had to go in here, so I kind of left space for it. But anyway, when it sits, it seems to sit pretty upright, and I can push on it a little bit, you know, and it doesn't seem to affect him too much. So the head is going to go on up in here somewhere in between the two front legs. So I'll get working on that next. I'll probably do it off camera. I might show you how I put the eyes on when I get to that point. We'll just see how it is. But that's what I have to do next. I have to get working on his head. So here it goes. Okay, everyone. So I'm to the point on the head where I have to place the safety eyes and also start stuffing. Ugh, sorry. So what I did, and I hope you guys don't mind, I made a decision without you, but as I was making the head, I was holding it up to the body back and forth, and I didn't like how large the head was looking with the body. So I went ahead and made the head smaller. It's actually 10 stitches around, single crochets around, smaller than it normally would be. And I think this is going to be large enough. Hopefully you guys can see this. I think it's going to be large enough once I get it on here and sewn on here that it's going to be fine. The other one, it just seemed to be way too large, and I personally wasn't liking it, so I Julified it. So hopefully none of you mind that I did that, because I went off instructions, but I was not happy with it, so I made it smaller, and I do like it a lot smaller here. So I will figure out and get out some of my eyes, 2 eyes and 2 of the safety locks that go on the back, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I have two safety eyes out. I have my stitch marker holding my place so that it doesn't come unwound. So, there's no instructions on where to place these. So I'm just kind of gonna look at the picture, and I think it's maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna put them between the 6th and the 7th row. Okay, so there's that one, and then I'm gonna put this one on that same row, just over here somewhere. So when you look at him, it'll be like this. Maybe I should put him one more row down. We'll see how that looks. Okay, you gotta imagine that there's gonna be stuffing in here, so the head's gonna be up a little bit. So I don't know, what do you guys think? I think that looks all right. I'm gonna hold them in place. I'm gonna flip this around so that the points are out. And you have to put these, well, you don't have to, but that's what holds the eyes in. Sorry if my head got in the way, I dropped it on the floor. So what I'm gonna do, you put these over the top and you push down until they snap. So I'm gonna be quiet so you can hear the snap, hopefully. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there's the one. They are extremely difficult, which is good because you don't want them coming off with a baby. If a baby chews on it or whatever, you don't want it coming off. So, and there's the second snap. So now they're on there. That's where they are. So if I don't like it when it's done, I can't take those off. They're locked on there. I would have to cut it off. So I will continue. I gotta stuff it here, and then I'm gonna continue sewing on it, and I will show you once it gets to the point where I have to stitch it onto the body. All right, everyone, you ready for the big reveal? I decided to go ahead and sew the head on off camera because I was, not really sure how it was going to turn out. But anyway, here he is. Actually, I'll set him on the table so you can kind of see. I'll tip him up. But even making the head smaller, it still looks so huge on this thing. So I am glad I didn't make it as big as it called for. But that's what he looks like from the top, I guess, right here. But I don't know. I guess, he's cute. I really like him, so, I hope you guys do too. I had a lot of fun making him. I should have, placed his eyes maybe down here a little bit. I'm not really sure. It looks like the photo, though, in the book. It's hard to tell because this one's at the side, and then the one, let's see, no, that's the first one. That's the second one. So, you can't really see. Maybe they are supposed to be down a little bit further towards the middle. But anyway, it's so hard to tell. Like I said, it's just kind of guesswork. With me, you're just kind of winging it. So, that's my first attempt at one of these. So, I think he's pretty cute. He'll do. So, anyway, hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you everyone for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, would you please hit the thumbs up, give me a like, and if you have any comments or questions, please put them in that area below. And if you'd like to, please subscribe. I know I'm not a very large channel yet, but I do plan on putting out a video every week or every other week. So thank you for your continued support. Hope everyone has a great day. Bye.